Today, I'm working in Soho in New York City as I bring you Let's Get to the Point live from the streets of the Big Apple. Now, surprisingly, more out-of-state New Yorkers are buying real estate in the city than in previous years. Now, speaking of buying, have you heard of this new trend? It's called sink. And no, I'm not talking about the kitchen sink. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we get into the countdown. Now, I'm Jeffrey St. Arromand, agent here at Sirhan and cast member of the Netflix hit series Owning Manhattan. And guess what? Let's get to the point. Starting the list at number 5, according to a recent report, in New York, out-of-staters are buying more New York City real estate than in years past. Now, data shows that only 77% of homes sold in the first half of this year were purchased by New Yorkers, and that's down from 81% a decade ago. Now, this trend highlights a significant change in the city's housing market. As of August of this year, over 10% of the homes in New York City are now sold to buyers from outside of the state. That's unbelievable. Specifically, buyers from New Jersey, California, and Florida make up nearly half of these transactions. So at the number 4 spot, the family behind the home building titan, D.R. Horton, is putting one of America's largest ranches on the market for a staggering $142 million. Now, the Great Western Ranch, a ginormous 500,000-acre spread in New Mexico, is now up for grabs, offering more space than the entire city of Houston. Now, the move comes just months after the death of D.R. Horton's founder, Donald Ray Horton, and this absolutely signals the family's readiness to part with their rural empire. Coming in at number 3, 41% of Americans say the American dream of home ownership is impossible to reach now, and they are redefining success instead. Now, economic conditions have resulted in, let's be honest, home ownership being less attainable, particularly for Gen Zers. Now, according to the recent GoDaddy survey, 54% of the respondents said the new American dream was simply feeling happy in life, and 49% said it involved freedom to follow my passions. Now, the report found that while a large swath of people saw the American dream as generally just unattainable, only 30% of respondents feel like it's specifically out of reach for them. So there's still hope for the American dream. Taking the number 2 spot, a new housing trend alert, SINK, as single income, no kids. These women are buying homes in troves. Now, without having to spend cash on kids, childcare, or college funds, sinks have more expendable income to put towards things like housing. And that's definitely an advantage, specifically in today's high-priced market. Single-person homeownership has been historically dominated by women, and this is according to Realtor.com. Now, single women has made up 19% of all home buyers in 2023. So, who runs the world? I guess you'll have to say women. So coming into the top spot this week, as home buyers seek out value in high-demand metros, the Midwest and the Northeast of the U.S., where homes they've sold the fastest and got the most listing views, that's dominated this year's list of hottest zip codes. Now, the top 2 hottest markets were both in the Midwest, with Gahanna, Ohio, a suburb of Columbus, by the way, and they've taken the top spot for the second year in a row, followed by Baldwin, Missouri, a suburb of St. Louis. Now, surprisingly, New York made the top 5 of the list. Of course, not New York City, but Rochester made the list at number 5. Thanks for watching. Continue to follow Estate Media for all your latest real estate needs. Listen, I'm getting a call now. Time for me to get to work. I'll see you guys next week.